Well, hello, fellow babies. I hope you're taking a little break from the sports action tonight because I didn't want to watch any more of that Rays game. And my goodness, the beginning of this basketball game is certainly a little lopsided, isn't it? Anyhow, but of course, if you're watching me, you're probably not watching that. So I suspect I may have all of 4 people watching tonight with everything else that's going on. And look, it is exactly 4. How about that? In any event, I'm sort of on a 1920s jag at the moment, 1920s and 30s, and from that era, because I never realized how much just absolutely fantastic music there was at that time. Just glorious, glorious stuff. And that's why it stood the test of time. Anyhow, so I decided to do and I now deeply regret it, Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love by Cole Porter, which was written in 1928. And it's gotten many, many additional verses written over the course of the years, but I tried to keep it as true as I could to Cole Porter's original version, because it's pretty interesting. Now, of course, there's a little bit of it that's rewritten, because back in 1928, they weren't as sensitive as they are these days, and in the very, very first beginning of the song, he references chinks and Japs, and that was, of course, changed to birds and bees later on. But the interesting thing he's talking about, and it's full of double entendres and suggestive stuff, very racy for 1928, some of this stuff, by the way. But in the song, he goes through, first of all, human ethnic groups, then birds, then marine life, then insects, and then mammals, and talks about each of those groups in turn during the song. So I don't know if there's I gotta move this over. Well, let me see, where can I move this? Because ordinarily I've got all this stuff like on one page on the screen that I'm looking at. But this is like condensed into 4 pages because it's got a million verses. Anyhow, so I will do my best to get through this. So we shall see how it works out. There was something else I wanted to say about it, but I can't remember what that is. So I'll just launch into it. So hang with me. When the little blue bird, who has never said a word, starts to sing spring, spring. When the little blue bell in the bottom of the dell starts to ring, ding, ding. When the little blue clerk in the middle of his work starts a tune to the moon up above. It's nature, that's all, simply telling us to fall in love. And that's why birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain, the best opera sets do it. Lithuanians and lads do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it. Not to mention the Finns. Folks in Siam do it. Think of Siamese twins. Some Argentines without means do it. People saying Boston beans do it. Oh, let's do it. Let's fall in love. The nightingales in the dark do it. Lark's crazy for a lark do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Canaries caged in the house do it. When they're out of season, grouse do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Most sedate barnyard fowls do it. When a chanticleer cries, high-browed old owls do it. They're supposed to be wise. Penguins in flocks Good Lord. Penguins and flocks on the rocks do it. Even cuckoos and the clocks do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Shoot. Romantic sponges, they say, do it. Oysters down in Oyster Bay, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Cold Cape Cod clams against their wish, do it. Even lazy jellyfish, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Though it shocks them, I know. Why is gift shad, do it. Way to bring me shad row in shallow shows. English sows, do it. Goldfish in the privacy of bows, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Mosquitoes, heaven forbid, do it. So does every katydid to do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Dragonflies in the reeds, do it. Sentimental centipedes, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. The most refined ladybugs, do it. When a gentleman calls, moths in your rugs, do it. What's the use of mothballs? The locusts up in the trees, do it. Even educated fleas, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. The chimpanzees in the trees, do it. Some courageous kangaroos, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. I'm sure giraffes on the slide, do it. Heavy hippopotamus, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Old sloths who hang down from twigs, do it. Though the effort is great. Sweet guinea pigs, do it. Buy a couple and wait. The world admits bears in pits, do it. Even Pekingese in the Ritz, do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Good Lord Almighty. Jeez Louise. No amount of practicing could have gotten me through that in one piece. That's just too much. Too many chords, too many words. And I also completely lost the melody at some point. Wow. That's a lot of stuff right there. Anyhow, so now you can go back to watching the Rays lose and who's now I don't follow basketball at all. As odd as this may sound, I'm not a basketball fan. I've never actually even played a real game of basketball. I've shot like horse and stuff like that, but shockingly, nobody ever picked me to play on their basketball team growing up or in school. So I've never actually played the game, and so I've just never really related to it. So I didn't even know until my friend Steven told me that this was the last game. And I'm just glad that there's some team called Gazanga. Now they're not doing so well, but nevertheless, I just love the fact that there's Gazanga is playing, or Gonzaga. I don't know nothing about Gonzaga. Anyhow, so the amount of work that I put into writing that song up was certainly not worth the ultimate product. Anyhow, I'm going to pick something a lot easier tomorrow. A lot. Like very easy. Because this one damn near killed me. All right. I can't believe that there are more people watching now than when they began. Go figure. Okay. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm just going to stay with it like 1928 and 1930 stuff. Because, yeah. Well, Ruth says Cole Porter is fine with her. Yeah, and I agree. What a phenomenal songwriter. Anyhow, I will see you tomorrow with something simple. Bye.